over the galaxy right now. You could be next. That is, unless you make the most important decision of your life.
We back, we in it.
Prove to yourself that you have the strength and the courage.
Did the streamer change his categories?
To be free.
He did. Look at that, dude.
The Helldivers. Become part of an elite peacekeeping force.
This really tells you all you need to know.
Life forms.
Okay, that was weird.
Where'd that fall?
And spread managed
It's kind of funny.
throughout the galaxy. Become a hero.
It's kind of funny.
Become a legend.
It's kind of a funny introduction.
Become
I'm lolling.
a Helldiver.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing. Hee hee. Hee hee. I'm laughing. I'm about ready to have a good time. Everybody say how good of a time you're gonna have. Woo! Engagement. Engagement, let's go. So it's not really too complicated. Doesn't really need to be. It's a Starship Troopers universe. You're a citizen whose sworn duty is to go to bug planets. They're nasty bugs, shoot them in the face. There is kind of a story, the idea that there was like an alien race called the Terminids, and they have some sort of, you know, they were bad and we kicked their butt and we contained them, and then, you know, do what humans normally do, which is put science in them. And by putting science in them, you're able to farm them for precious resources that occur naturally in their bodies. And yeah, those genetic modifications that we may have performed may have had the side effect of making them horrifically aggressive, large, and powerful. And so now we're just trying to contain our own self-inflicted situation here. The idea is actually pretty neat. You play in a squad of up to 4 people, and you go to different sectors on the map. And in these different sectors, sorry, I'm eating popcorn with one hand so I can't turn the mouse. There's like 30,000 other people that are playing right now who are all trying to complete missions. You got this galactic war here. You go to a planet. Let's see if I can go back. This is your galactic map. This is Super Earth. Apparently 21 people hanging out on Super Earth. I don't know how that's possible or why. Oh my god, hello Miki. And you have to stop the Terminids or the automatons. Even though I'm sympathetic to the automatons. You have to stop the Terminids or the automatons from being able to attack Super Earth. And you do that by completing missions in these various sectors. Every time that a player completes a mission successfully, this liberated bar goes up. You can see that it's literally like tens of thousands of percentage points in decimals. But when people win, then it do go up. And then once this is completely liberated, which you accomplish by going to these different areas that have like different backgrounds and atmospheric considerations and special effects and whatnot. Like we're on an ice planet, so stamina regens slower, but if you have a weapon that's a type that heats up, that builds heat, then it builds up heat less so, or less quick. Slower, I think is the word. Whereas this is just like a forest planet. If all the entire player base as a whole accomplishes certain objectives, which you can see on the right, as liberate all planets between Super Earth and the barrier planets, the barrier planets being these ones back here, then literally everybody in the player base gets special credits that they can use on meta progression. It's kind of a neat I'm doing my part, doesn't own the game. That's okay. You can live through me. It's fine. I live through you playing Yakuza.
This planet. Choose where to make your stand.
They do have a sort of battle pass. They do allow you to spend money in order to get super credits that you can spend on the battle pass, but I've been able to unlock things at a pretty steady clip. And the game is fun enough, and the loop is fun enough that you don't feel obligated, at least right now. You know, because sometimes these systems take a little bit to rev up. I don't feel pressured right now to do anything just because of the weapons that you get kill things sufficiently enough. I don't feel pressured in any particular way to do anything. Do I think I'm gonna be playing this forever and ever and ever? No. Do I like how it's making me feel? Absolutely. We're playing on challenging difficulty right now, which gives us the opportunity to unlock stuff much faster, more easily. But it is fucking hell. It is fucking hell down there. It's not a nice planet. It's a bug planet. It's deeply unpleasant. Nobody wants to be here. But we need to fight the bugs because the bugs ain't gonna fight themselves. There's also a varied number of objectives, unlike Starship Troopers Extermination. Danger enemy presence. Terminate illegal broadcasts. Probably here. Completing a secondary objective would be good.
Here.
Everybody raise up. You get different stratagems, which are like different optional things that you can bring in with you. Eagle Cluster Bomb, Orbital Precision Strike. Even though I should pick something else. Probably Supply. The Orbital Precision Strike doesn't really do all that much for me. I'm bringing 2 turrets with me. The turrets don't differentiate between friend or foe, so you have to be very careful about their placement. But this is a good one. Different outfits give you different buffs and whatnot. And then you get shot out of a fucking cannon into the Earth's surface. I'm wearing scout gear, which means that I give like little UAVs whenever I mark something on the map, which I'm gonna be doing. I don't know if there's necessarily like an etiquette or like an honor code that's been set up yet, but it seems like most people defer to whatever the mission creator wants to do.
Let them come. Let them brawl.
Tagging map.
Southeast. The insurmountable might of the Helldivers.
Requesting sentry.
And then you do a little like mini game.
Requesting air support.
You do a little mini game to call down weapons and explosives. Now, given the fact that this game looks as good as it does, it's very impressive that it's able to hold up as well as it does.
Freedom requires firepower.
There is friendly fire in the game, and that's definitely worth consideration. Definitely worth talking about. Don't do what I just did. What I just did was bad.
I've got you. Dropping a pin, northwest. Helldivers never die.
I might actually have to turn things down. With streaming, like it's keeping at 60 frames per second, which is honestly all that I care about. But with streaming, I do see it dip a little bit. It's amazing with how good, generally speaking, this game looks. Along with...
I've got the package.
I guess this person just knew this is over here. Like, there's nothing telling me that this is over here. Right? With how good this looks, the game runs very good.
Objective located. Package acquired.
Like, it seems better optimized than I would think that it would.
Calling down a sentry. Package acquired. Requesting sentry.
I don't know necessarily if it's effective to have 2 different types of turrets over here, but it feels good.
Sample collected. I got the terminal.
What I have learned... Let me see how this guy identified this place, just from the objects on the infrared or something. Okay, very good. Northwest. And there was nothing indicating that this secondary objective was here. So I'm wondering how he knew that this was here. Maybe just from the way that it appears on the map. It would be my assumption. The leaping is great. The animations are great. It's all just a nice time. Please let me know if the game volume is okay. I did audio balance it, but I'm also not on the receiving end of this.
Found something.
The damage models on these on this game is really good. Like, for example, when you shoot the parts of the enemies that you think would get blown off in predictable ways, oftentimes it does result in those specific body parts getting blown off in those believed ways. What are they doing? Where are they going?
Supplies.
Environmental hazards that you need to be cognizant of.
Calling in orbital strike.
You need to stop the enemies from spawning in these little areas as like secondary side objectives by throwing grenades into the holes. Like, that was a pretty cool gamer moment from me right there.
Fire in the hole.
I don't necessarily know if that's gonna close it. Who'd have thunk it? It didn't. Woo! We done did it. What next?
Tagging map north. Say hello to democracy.
They also have lots of crazy little shout outs that they do. I love it. I love the whole theming. It's all good, baby. Okay. Didn't pay attention to where it was going or why for like 2 seconds. Paid for it dearly. We love that for us. You're able to get summoned in, reinforced from other people if you happen to die. You have a certain number of times that can happen. 20 right now. Thematically, everything makes sense. The weapon variety is really good. The stratagems, which is just like special abilities that you can take with you into missions. The variety is really good. Nothing seems outwardly shittier than anything else. At least not yet. It's just a good time. My name is Rico from Buenos Aires, and I say kill them all. Yeah, this is the video game.
Requesting orbital strike.
That was a pretty good hit, dude.
Requesting orbital.
Some of these guys are armored, so you need special types of weapons to be able to get through it. The game definitely benefits a lot from having buddies. Please tell me you're dead. No? Just die.
Mag's empty.
Like they're so unbelievably angry and angsty.
Rare sample acquired.
You have to do different mini games in order to call out your shit. So there is the panic of you not doing it correctly in time.
Requesting sentry. Mag's empty. I got the terminal. Have a taste of democracy.
Sometimes the only complaint that I have for this game is that sometimes it can be the case that you're not really sure what you're supposed to be doing. There was an unfortunate situation where we were meant to grab something like an SSSD, which is probably not a typo. That's probably just what it's called in this universe. Like it probably means like super solid state drive because everything is super here. You had to take this super solid state drive and put it into something. But the game didn't tell any of us what it needed to be put into or where. And normally in those types of situations, you would have an objective pop up that's pointing you, relatively speaking, what way that you should be going.
Dropping a pin east.
In this case, no. We just had to fuck around doing what was essentially like 4-man tower defense the whole time. And we made it happen. Like we honestly should not have survived, but we did. All them bugs. Wait, is that something? What is that? South? Sometimes things do light up, like different objectives. So maybe that's how people are finding things, because they actually pay attention to their surroundings. Which I'm getting there. I'm not fully there yet, but I am getting there. The scout uniform is definitely my dig, though. With different outfits that you do get different bonuses associated with them.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Love that for me. God damn.
Heavy, on my position.
The callouts are pretty good. You have to work with your team. It's one of the things that I appreciate most about this is that you have to work with your team. It's not mindless. You don't have infinite resources. Timers do seem to go higher and higher. I don't know where my team is right now. There's one. Timers for your different abilities do go higher and higher, so it becomes harder and harder to resupply over time. Especially when you're dealing with something like multiple chargers like this. I do want to kill this one in particular because we've been working on it for so long. I think I will swap out of the marksman's rifle. Maybe I won't. I just equipped it for this mission. Maybe we'll hold on to it for a little bit longer.
Mag's empty.
I could also make it like I've been fighting on the ice planet pretty much the whole time. I don't necessarily know why he deployed the minefield there. It seems very spicy for sure. Is this thing dying? I think it's just gonna die, right? Yeah, it's just dying. It's just slowing down. There it is.
Last reload.
Okay, we love that for us, dude. I forgot about the anti-personnel mines that I recognized they threw down in about like 2 seconds. Thankfully, you're immediately back into it. Let's not go that way again. How about that?
Point me to the enemy.
Reinforce. Don't mind if I do.
Reinforcing.
Go after me. Are you coming after me? Evidently so. Yeah, the only good bug is dead bug, dude. That's fine. That's not his fault.
New mag. Reloading.
The weapons also have like a realistic, quote unquote, amount of mileage behind them in terms of ammunition.
Tagging map. Southeast.
Now, could there be something over here? Like, is there a reason why I would come over here? Because there's a big building here. Or is it just set dressing?
Calling down a
Here.
sentry.
No, we'll throw this
Requesting
here.
sentry.
Let me check out what's going on over here. There are these different, like, genetic samples that you can pick up everywhere.
Sample acquired.
They're just kind of, like, randomly scattered about. And they matter because they give you, like, meta progression. Such as being able to upgrade your destroyer, which is like a ship that you board.
Requesting orbital.
And it takes a fuck ton. It takes a truly staggering amount of genetic material to get going. Maybe the marksman rifle is really good, and I'm just disrespecting it for no reason. It could be the case. Like, it's doing good damage. It just doesn't feel as impactful, arguably. The fact that I have to worry about a minigame while I'm getting torn apart by all sorts of... Look at your cute little dancing emotes. Look at you go. Let's do the smart thing. So we'll grab our machine gun before we do anything. Grab our machine gun, and then we'll grab the ammo pack. Okay, and that grabs us a backup.
Say hello to democracy.
There are lots of little flourishes that I like about this video game. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to lower some settings if I'm gonna be streaming this. Because it stays at like a solid 65 frames per second when I'm by myself, but when I'm streaming, there's quite a bit extra stuff that's going on.
Get some! Get some!
Like, it probably still, like, it's 53 frames per second, which, you know, could obviously be worse. For sure.
Last reload.
Whenever it dips below 60, it kind of makes me want to throw up in my mouth a little bit. Escort citizens safely to shuttle bay. Are we actually going to get NPCs? Are they actually going to come running out? Holy shit, they're real people.
Tagging location. Objective located.
Holy shit.
Sending in an eagle.
Lots of different things I appreciate about the video game. Namely, it has a separate cursor.
Heavy southwest. Close.
It has a separate cursor for where your gun is actually aiming versus where you're trying to aim. Like, it has stability mechanics, and that's really rare to see in a video game. The only other game that I've seen stability mechanics like that come into play is Foxhole, which is an entirely different kind of game.
Reloading.
So just the fact that it's present here is great. Maybe I'll stay over here where the citizens are supposedly coming out, because it seems like they're sending them out in groups of 3, maybe. I'll just wait over here. If that's what we need to do.
Calling down a sentry.
Like, I'm aiming slightly to the right, but I'm also cognizant of where my bullets are going.
Requesting sentry.
The Gatling bullets will absolutely fuck you, though. Is the thing. So you cannot be in front of the turret when it's firing. It will kill you instantly. It's about as fucking strong as it looks. I'm just here to press the button. This is my purpose. I'm here to pass butter. I like being a summoner. I don't know if I've ever said this to you, chat. I love being a summoner in video games. I've been a necromancer. I've been a necromancer in Diablo for as long as I can remember. Anything that lets me summon things to do my job for me, I live and breathe. I love that shit. Woo! Oh, look at it doing the thing. We did it. We did it, friend. We did it, stranger.
Dropping a pin. West.
We completed the objective. We saved the citizens. Look at us go. I'm not the only one doing Helldivers. It is so good. It is so good. You need to add me on Steam. Melkor. This is not a suggestion. We need to play together. Let me touch your fucking face. You didn't... Like, I already thought that you were cool. Okay, for one. You didn't tell me that you consume Helldivers too. Woo! All right.
Get some! Get some!
But what I do have to hear from you, Melkor, if you're present, if you care to reach over to your keyboard with which to interact with me.
New man.
What are your thoughts on Dead Space 3, if any? How do you feel generally about the video game? If you have any opinions, strong or otherwise.
Sample collected.
I'm not saying that this is going to strongly influence my impression of you one way or the other. Nobody said that. I don't know how you could get that kind of idea. The only good dead bug is a dead bug. So true, dude. People don't think that's how it be, but that's how it do sometimes. For sure, this doesn't look like a world war. It's a space war. Friendly fire is on. No way to turn it off. Yeah, dude. Just don't be in front of somebody when they're shooting. The most five-head statement of all time. Here, it's indubitably true, insurmountably true, incorrigibly true. Good night, Stoic, and good night, chat. Enjoy the content. I'll let you know if I get this tomorrow, Stoic. Love you. Bye. Also follow me. Shout out. Disgusting. Imagine self-promoing. Disgusting, dude. Awful. Gross. It's not like I would give you immediate permission to shout yourself out whenever. So it's ostensibly the same thing. My friend Poochie told me to get it. I got about halfway through it when it came out. It's a bit meh compared to the first two games. This Dead Space 3 disgusted me. Truly. There's no other way that I can say it.
Pulling down a sentry.
It felt gross. I did not enjoy it. It was the first time that I ever was like,
Requesting sentry.
that was ever microtransaction. Where it's like okay, I get like a little robot, that's kind of cute. I get a little robot that collects things for me. I guess that's neat. Come on. Okay, and I destroyed 2 of our turrets there in that exchange.
Mag's empty. New mag.
Shouldn't really be proud of that.
Mag's empty.
It's the first time that it was ever microtransaction, so it basically ran me into feeling disgusted with it. Okay, now it's just going. It made me feel gross. Like it immediately became clear to me that they were just gonna sell me shit, and nothing was gonna take me out of the experience any faster than that. In my single player horror game, you're gonna sell me microtransactions, being like, hey, did you know you could have a fucking chainsaw with unlimited fuel if you just paid $4.99? Like, what's wrong with you? Who made you this way? It didn't have to be like this. The fact that the autocannon is shooting on that is such a nice touch.
Countdown initiated. Stand by
Woo! We did it!
It's like one of my Japanese enemies.
Oh, the bits where one co-op partner would see different stuff and the other was neat. That is a neat idea. That is a neat idea. I think that the fact that you fight other humans, especially the way that you did, felt kind of nasty to me. Felt nasty. Didn't really appreciate that bit. So there are optional objectives that are in here that I just need to find. Okay. Understood. Say no more. Say no more. We got some victory. Woo! That's a lot of medals, huh?
Allied destroyer leaving squadron.
Why am I reaching for my PS5 controller? Get that shit out of my face. Hell yeah, dude. 0.0000 percentage points liberation added. Can't wish for more than that. What did I miss? Did you figure out the meaning of life while I was gone? We're still working on that. We're still getting there. I'm going to send you a whisper, Melkor, on Twitch. Send you a whisper. I'm going to give you my friend code. Do not feel obligated in any way, shape, or form to do anything with this friend code. You could just ignore it if you really wanted to. I give you carte blanche to do whatever you want. Nevertheless, I'm gonna whisper this to you, and then if you happen to find yourself or myself finding myself in your lobby, so shall it be. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Welcome aboard, Helldiver, and congratulations on completing your training.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. We got a fuck ton of medals from that, right? 11? That's pretty good. War bonds. Do these upgrade me in any way? Increases throwing range by 30%, provides 50% limb health. The throwing range is cute. Mokor the Great has blocked you on Twitch. Fuck. Shit. I lost another one, dude. My friend group is getting smaller and smaller. It's time for the nets. There he is. What about this? So these do have attributes associated with them. And I need to be cognizant of that. Because it's a rotating store. But now we have some coinage. So we can make use of it now. I'm going to save up for the trench engineer stuff. Because the idea of having extra inventory and holding capacity of grenades +2 is nice. That's nice for us. I'm not really like a fan of the pseudo red, orange, burnt coloring to it, but you don't always get what you want, do ya? You don't always get what you want. Throwing range by 30% I might actually care about a lot. It's kind of hot. It's kind of a hot amount. We like that. We can afford it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna equip it. And then we're gonna equip the helmet that's supposed to go with it. Even though I like the way that the drone master looks more. So that's just the route that we're gonna go. We're gonna get the drone master helmet because it's also that semi-burnt orange coloring. And there is a little bit on the Legionnaire, but honestly, like the Legionnaire helmet kind of looks kind of like a gimp helmet. You know what I mean? Like a sex helmet, and I don't know if I necessarily want Want to rep that drip out there when I'm killing bugs. It honestly looks like I have like a ball in my mouth, and I'm ready for kinky candle involved sex times and safe words, you know. I ain't about that. We're gonna go drone master. Let me equip that. Okay. This looks good to me. I don't like the fact that I now have a mismatched cape. It's all about the aesthetics, man. This is Dark Souls. This is Dark Souls. War bonds. We grab this. So at least it looks like it's supposed to be there. I'm sure at some point there's gonna be some fucking DLC or something that adds like different coloration options. Like it took Sims 4 like 6,000 years to add like a remotely okay number of like color variations and textures and whatnot. There's still, dude, even after like 10 years trying to make that game even remotely have as much content as Sims 3, dude, and that makes me sad. There's some game that's coming out soon. There's some game that's coming out soon that that's supposed to be like a competitor. Is it gonna show me? Is it gonna show me what I've already completed? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it just doesn't. Defend freedom, that's our objective. So true, say no more king. We already evacuated civilians for this. Destroy terminated structures. We'll go for the computer. So when you boot up a game mode, that essentially opens your lobby up to people joining. Joining has been pretty fast from other people. You can be hot joined on the ground, but it seems like people are much more willing to join games that are in the pre-prep stages than they are doing shit that's already on the ground.
May liberty guide you.
If what I just said made sense in the English language. So we're just gonna give it a minute, wait for people to join in. If they do, and take a look at some of this meta progression here. It takes if there's one complaint that I'm sure that most people have that is valid, okay, it's valid. It takes a long fucking time. It takes a long time to unlock shit. Granted, that gives you a reason to play the game basically forever. Okay, and because it's like a pseudo live service type thing, even though they haven't really come out and said that expressly, because it's live service is kind of like a naughty word now. It's basically like a live service. I don't know how good this anti-tank is. I honestly shouldn't spend money on it, so I'm not going to do that. We have been repping the cluster bomb for a while. We are almost at level 8. And we're probably going to equip this jump pack. Just because the idea of being mobile and doing whatever I want is inherently satisfying to me. Supply pack is good. Maybe I just changed nothing. I'm going to want this mortar sentry.
Allied destroyer has
Okay, a number of people have joined. And by number of people, I mean literally this guy. Literally this guy has joined. Let's see what he's doing. Let's see what's going on. Do not feel obligated. If you're doing other stuff, Melkor, do not worry about it. Do not worry about it. USA, capitalism for Bezos. You joke, but that's basically what this universe is. That is what's going on. That's what this game is about, right? Bezos fucks? Yeah. Hard is hard. So we should not be doing this with 2 people. We should be waiting for other people to come online. But that's why we have turrets. Maybe I should swap this out, because we might need to destroy buildings.
Launch initiated.
And we're 2 out of 4, which means that other people will be able to see our game and join it. And because we're now just deploying, it increases the chances that people are going to hot join on it. That was a guarantee, obviously. But what if it does? What if it does do that?
Requesting orbital strike.
Defend democracy at any cost.
Calling down a sentry.
Sending down sentry.
Requesting sentry.
Look at all these fucking gross bugs, dude. Gooping all over, man.
Freedom never sleeps.
Just being gross. I do badly. Okay, there we go. My shit. Streamer.
Calling in reinforcements.
Streamer, stop being bad.
Oh, bro.
Can I shut your fucking mouth? Shut your mouth.
Democracy has landed.
Shut your mouth, chat. I need to wait 1 minute. Can I blow it up with a grenade? No, I can't. Are there explosive barrels around?
Got a sample.
If there are explosive barrels, that could matter.
Sample acquired.
Samples are important for meta progression. You can just drop them, which sucks. That sucks for you when that happens. There has to be explosive barrels. It wouldn't just neuter me like this.
How about a nice cup of liver tea?
Yeah, no, he's trying the same thing. No, we have to orbital strike this shit. Which does unfortunately mean that because they're so spread out like this.
Mag empty.
Okay.
Calling in orbital strike.
We have to wait. We have to wait for the orbital strike to come down. There's other stuff. Like I should have looked on the map and tried to parse what we need to do, like what we need to be successful. Like I should have brought numerous things. I see you, fucker.
Mag's empty.
Piss off. It should have been there. Numerous things. Words and content. Words and content, dude. Hello, Caladrius. Cal for short. How you doing, my friend? Are you enjoying Helldivers too? Right now, we can't see shit because of environmental hazards. I'm gonna take this opportunity while I'm waiting for my stuff to come back online. My guy doesn't need me, right? Texture quality, we'll probably lower that. We'll lower that 1 tick. It probably does not need to be ultra. Display. Render scale, ultra quality. We'll put it on quality and see how that, if that affects things. It doesn't really seem like it would all that much. 30 seconds until the orbital strike. Maybe I don't like that. Maybe I'm seeing a little bit aliasing. We'll put
Calling down a sentry.
all this shit in the center here.
Requesting sentry.
We've almost got our orbital back. I'm not leaving. Like, we did not sit here for way longer than arguably reasonable. And just to run away. It ain't gonna go down like that. We're gonna be destroying this fucking outpost. That's how this is gonna go down, you see? Now, granted, it may have cost me my life. That's how this shit goes, dude. That's how the cookie crumbles. I'm gonna stem up though. Okay, now we run. Now running is plausible. Do a little bit of environmental damage to get through. I guess it's just me and this guy. Other people are not interested in playing the video game. So we're just gonna go for objectives. If it's just gonna be me and this guy, sorry, this dead guy.
Reinforcing.
Let's just keep it moving. Let's just keep it moving a little bit. The highest rank you can get this right now is right hand to the Bezos. Fuck off. Fuck your stupid stealth mode shit. No, you're dead too, man. I'm pretty sure you're dead too. Okay, never mind. Never mind, he's literally the greatest. Destroy the stalker lair. We can do that.
Calling in reinforcements. Throwing grenade.
Look at that, dude. I don't necessarily know how much that helps us in the grand scheme of things. It is a place where those awful and semi-invisible, I mean, it's more like Chameleon. Semi-invisible creatures hang out. Did I see a point of interest laser around? Okay, the graphical fidelity did take a hit by reducing it from quality. I'm gonna let this guy possibly die in order to boot back ultra quality again. There we go. That's a little bit more. It's a little bit more reasonable. Although, I think it is quite a descent to go from ultra quality to high quality. I'm gonna have to fuck with the settings a little bit, flipping knobs up and down. This is a game that has motion blur on at max by default, which is truly gross. It's truly gross.
Orbital strike.
Like why? Like why would you have this set of conditions here? Although I think I've permanently fucked. Like now everything has like a little bit of like a gelatin silhouette around it. For sure.
Calling down supplies. Calling down a sentry. Requesting sentry.
I'm gonna grab these supplies. Grab this machine gun.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
And then we're just gonna keep it moving. Gonna wait for my machine gun to actually come down. That way, the extra clip that we're gonna be grabbing from the supplies means something.
Throwing grenade.
Are my turrets actually doing anything? Where's my team? Are they all at fucking Baron? The enemy team is here. Little League of Legends reference for you. I do a little wink. I do a little wink and a nod at the camera. You guys have played League, right?
Engaging terminal.
Okay, so this was something. No, this is a main mission. That's why it's something. That makes sense to me.
Have a taste of democracy. Calling in orbital strike.
My cat has been big invested watching you. Well, that's good. I do seem to have a weirdly calming effect on animals. I don't know if it's just like the specific like tones that they hit naturally with my voice, but I put animals to sleep. And Cal would probably say, well, you put me to sleep too. God, you're so funny. God, you're so funny, dude. Transport the SSD. Okay, you're already gone. Where is the SSD? Do you have the SSD with you? You do have the SSD with you. Okay, we need to go This way. We need to go up.
No,
We need to go up, man. I might have fucked us. Yep. I just do click on the draw. That's a skill issue. Now we don't lose. You only lose if you have no way to respawn. You can't hear, but he's still kidding at the moment, but I took a pick. Awesome. It's hard to sleep. It's hard to sleep when I'm this ear.
Request approved.
When
Deploy
I'm
reinforcements.
ere? Is that like a Japanese term of endearment?
democracy has landed.
Is this thing dying? Everything is covered with Vaseline. I'm gonna have to restart the video game after this. And by after this, I mean when the stream is over. Because I don't think you're gonna see any real difference here.
Bag's empty.
I'm no longer getting any kind of hit markers. Which is not a deal breaker for me. It just means that I have no frame of reference for when the enemy is dead or not. Except for when they stop moving, but even when you shoot off their head sometimes, it doesn't matter. Can I not get over this little platform here? Apparently you can't, it just has to go around.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
And what if I
How about a
do
nice
this?
cup of liver tea?
No,
Let's
doesn't matter.
reload.
It doesn't know how to navigate this. It doesn't know how to navigate this little platform. Poor guy. Okay, mysteriously I have my hit markers back. That's very exciting.
Out of ammo.
Just fucking die. These things are so gross. These things are so gross. Okay, we need to pick up the thing. We need to pick up the thing, and then we need to go. And I don't. Okay, this guy might actually know what I'm asking him to do. All right, getting my machine gun back. We're gonna reload, and then we're gonna head north. What a match made in heaven. Up.
Calling down.
Sending down sentry.
A nice touch is that if you shoot long enough, your guy will start screaming. You start ooh-rahing like crazy. All right, keep going. Keep it moving. Keep going. Oh, you're calling down something?
Last reload.
I guess that's fair. Fair and warranted.
Calling down a sentry.
Sending down sentry.
Reloading. Shot of liberty.
One more will do it. We're never coming back here again. How long have you had the kitten, Bloobler? Just curious. That's how I like my sentries, doing fuck all. just sitting there. I thought it was gonna give us like advanced cover. This is the specific mission that I was talking about, by the way, where I was not sure what it was that we were supposed to be doing. The group of 4 that I was in was ambling around, just trying to figure out, like, it says a local communications array that you had to upload this thing that the sky is carrying right now to. We didn't know if local actually meant local, like in the same place that we picked up the object from. What the game actually wants you to do is to go to this area that is not highlighted, that is not updated at all.
Fire in the hole.
Nice shot. Nice shot myself. Thanks, self.
Requesting orbital strike.
had him about 3 days, but he's about 10 to 11 weeks old. That's cool. I got my dog, which you can see at the bottom right of your screen in real time, when she was about 3 months old. Maybe it's the texture quality. Does it really make that much of a difference if the texture quality is moved from... This is bad. I'm very surprised I did not die. I gotta help my buddy out. He's probably getting torn apart. I know that there's a crusher behind me, but stopping him from losing the objective is going to be equally, if not more important.
Affirmative.
Some good shots, dude.
Reload.
He's getting some good hits in.
Reloading.
Yes, just die. There's one little complaint that I have about hard mode is that it's hard. There we go. Like these crushers are fucking everywhere.
Sweet liberty.
These giant fucking assholes. Not those ones, not the gross ones.
Calling.
Are you gonna hit it? Are you gonna hit it?
That's called democracy.
Never mind, doesn't even matter. No, it doesn't matter. Killed that one. Very good.
Calling down a support weapon. Calling down a support weapon. Throwing supply beacon.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw down some turrets.
Requesting
We're gonna play Necromancer in Diablo 4. Or 2. Not 3, because in 3 it's kind of shit. And that's a opinion that I still have from the very first time that I booted up the video game. I'm gonna grab this, and then I'm gonna go backwards. I'm gonna grab this. Okay, we need to pick up the thing. But where is the thing? The thing is over here. We need to pick up the thing and then shove the thing in the thing. There it is.
Acquired.
Thankfully, I had the wherewithal and the foresight to throw down a sentry right there where it matters. And in a place where it's unlikely to shoot me about 50,000 times in the head. We'll see if that actually works out for me.
I'm on the terminal.
Whoops. Okay. Streamer can't press buttons properly. So true. He came from litter my mom had, so he's known me for a while. Well, that's awesome. That's good. It definitely matters a ton in the long term when you get them super young like that, because then they are bonded for you forever. Is it really the... There's no... Ain't no way. Texture quality, ultra. No, it still looks like everything is covered in Vaseline, so changing the thing makes it mad. Understood.
I got the terminal.
Tower needs to be aligned. Stay here. I'm gonna go to tower. And hope that I understand what to do, because I have not done this part of the minigame yet. So I do not know necessarily where I need to go or why. All I know is that I must kill. There's a tower here that we need to align. This part, it would absolutely benefit me to have voice comms on, because it's gonna be a thing. I'm gonna go to this tower. He's gonna have to hit the button when it's aligned. Tell me when it's aligned.
First one, north.
I'm on it.
I think if I turn it right all the way around, it should let him do it. Good? He has to tell me. He has to be aware that I'm talking to him.
Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
Okay, good. How do I let go? Okay. How do I stop this?
Democracy.
I'm just gonna stay up here. This seems like a good vantage point for me. Okay, so in that case, I'm gonna assume that everything being covered in Vaseline is a display render. So I'm gonna lower this to texture quality to high and see if that matters. I seem to be increasingly covering everything in Vaseline by doing this. I need to just stop messing with the I need to stop messing with the parameters. I am pissing off the video game.
I'm on the terminal. Requesting sentry.
You have been a stalwart line of freedom.
Okay,
Extract
let's just
Dropping a pin.
let's just go.
Southwest.
We'll pick up on the little baby outposts on the way. Because I'm swimming in ammo right now. Nice job. Very important when you're dealing with human beings is to give them positive reinforcement literally all the time, anytime that they do something constructive, because it precludes them to continue similar or somewhat similar behaviors in the future. And then if you do something whereupon they disappoint you, then you just summarily destroy them. You strike them down immediately where they stand, preferably in view of everyone else. And then you just get a new one. you just get a new one because there's like 8,000 of them. You know what I'm saying? There's like 8 million. That's how you do it. Top tips. Yeah, I'm just glad he's been able to bond with my partner pretty equally. The cat was more for him because he needed a life pick-me-up. I mean, that's good. My wife and I were kind of in the same position. Although, I got the dog more for me, and she was just really on board.
Extraction is available.
But it did make it a little bit more difficult when my dog more or less terrorized my wife
Sending down sentry.
for a while because she was bonded to me. Like
Mag's empty.
I took care of a lot of stuff like pretty early on in her life.
Mag's
And
empty.
so it just happened that my dog perceived my wife kind of like
Mag's empty.
this other creature that was like in the way of me giving her like all the attention. And so she would do things like chase my wife down the hallway and like jump up and like bite the back of her shirt. Or just like go after her hair and shit like that, to the point that my wife was like stoic, because she calls me that, right? She was like, stoic, I don't know if I could do this. And I said, you just let me handle it. I'll take care of everything. And what ended up happening was
Dog outpost. Throwing grenade.
my wife took the dog one-on-one to like my parents-in-law's house.
Fire in the hole.
Her parents-in-law's house, which is like perhaps like a less dumb way of saying it. And it spent a week just her and the dog. And that would basically like seal the deal, because it forced the dog to pay attention to the only other creature that she recognized, which was my wife.
Get some.
And realize, oh hey, this other human that lives with my dad isn't so bad. Maybe I shouldn't be like an absolute terror to her. Maybe it's not necessary.
Tagging map, south. Reinforcing. Out of ammo.
Okay, we're out of ammo. That's good. Piece of candy. I'm more of a dog person. They want husky, but Little Man has been awesome. Just hoping Little Man can handle when we do get a dog. He's already pretty good with dogs. My mom has 2 pit boxers, and they are awesome with kittens, so that's good.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
It's always a scary situation when you're introducing 2 animals for the first time,
Reporting to the front.
because you know that they're both going to be taken care of in equal measure, but the animals do not know. The animals are not sure what they're looking at, what they should expect. The best way that it was ever prefaced to me was that when you're dealing with very young animals, they've only been on this earth for like an extremely limited time. Okay, maybe we just go instead of worrying about the samples.
Dropping a pit, southwest. Bug tunnel breach.
Maybe I just put down something that's gonna help me here,
Calling down a sentry.
like a Gatling gun. Maybe that's what we do. Okay, we are close here.
Extraction when ready.
This is the extraction point.
Requesting sentry.
I'm gonna call it in.
Calling in extraction.
This guy's been pretty good.
Extraction request.
4 minutes?
Shuttle inbound.
That must be some kind of modifier.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Something that this has taught me is that I need to just have something that can explode multiple buildings at the same time.
Down a support weapon. Requesting orbital strike.
Firing orbital strike.
Bugs, northwest. Reloading.
Okay, I need to be really careful about that. Again, the game does not differentiate when turrets are involved. It does not.
Democracy.
It will shoot through you to try to shoot bugs. Okay, everything is on cooldown. I love that for me. Want to get the husky as a pup so I can bring him up with the cat. Hopefully the cat will just accept it. I do plan to take him over to my sister's, who has a cat, and 2 dogs who are good with cat, just to keep him animal friendly. That's a great strategy. Honestly, can't go wrong with that. Very long-term exposure right from the beginning can only help them out. Hello, welcome. Oh, fucking glancing streamer.
Hate this place.
Enjoy your lurk, my friend.
This
Please don't die. I need you to survive. We've been through so much together.
reality.
Ready to liberate.
We've been through so much together.
Throwing supply beacon. Requesting orbital.
This is it. This is the last.
2 minutes.
Calling in reinforcements.
This is the last reinforcement that we have. There's no more mileage. Holy shit. Do not let me die here. Do not let me die here. Where are my sentries? You just need to survive. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to worry about. We have 2 minutes.
Mag's empty.
2 minutes of this fucking gauntlet. All I need to do to survive is get behind sentries. I just need to coax them out as many times as needed. I need to find out where my fucking I needed to just juke them out. That's all I need to do. It's not helping. This also is not helping. I'm getting slowed down. Just run. Just run. Just run. Just get behind something. Shoot these things. That's important.
Calling down a sentry.
No panicking.
Sentry.
Just loop back around. I'm too far away from the shuttle. I'm too far away from the shuttle.
Helldivers are outside the construction zone. Landing
Ooh,
aboarded.
what a good investment time. Did they get out? Did one person get out? It said they were dead. It says mission completed. We won? Worthwhile sacrifice. I mean, I guess we won. I guess we won. Awesome. I'm just waiting for the cat to be more acclimated with me and my partner before that, along with the living space. Gonna get some sleep. Have a great rest of stream. You too, Kitty. Have a great one. Thank you for being here.
Welcome back. Well done.
He did good. I don't think that given the fact that we were playing hard mode in a situation where really we should have probably died from the onset, he did good. We did good. Anything that I want to buy here? No, not necessarily. I do want to get Hellpod space optimization.
Has left squadron.
That's what I want to do. We've completed mission 1 of that. Evacuate civilians. I think we're due for that. That sounds good to me. We are going to wait for more than one extra guy before we deploy. Let's take a look at what sort of things that we can unlock here. An orbital barrage. Cluster bomb is cute. But I do want something else. I do want something that can destroy more than one building. It's going to be important for me. The HE barrage might do it. It could do it. This precision strike takes too long. It just does. It doesn't tout Howard hard enough. It doesn't just work. Eagle airstrike. This might work. I don't know if the Eagle airstrike actually destroys buildings, though. Is the thing. We'll buy this. We'll try it out.
Helldivers to Hellpods. Repeat. Helldivers to Hellpods.
One thing to keep in mind with this video game is that it does prompt you if you want to do crossplay. The issue with crossplay is that unless they fixed it in the last 24 hours, which they may have, it causes borderline non-stop connection issues. If we need to join something else, if we need to join like an active thing in progress, then that's what we'll do.
Mission preparation aborted.
Maybe people are playing on like level 4 things here. Can of Doom? I know that guy.
Destroyer coordinates received.
It's been a while since I've been able to play anything with Can of Doom, i.e. like 1.5 years.
Rapidly approaches.
So let's go see how
Let
he's
us
doing.
cleanse the galaxy of alien scum.
Let's go see where he's at. Go do some Helldivers.
Coordinates locked.
Wow! Now do it.
Engaging orbital
HE
thrusters.
barrage. Supply the machine gun. Do I need the machine gun? No, but it is nice. We'll just make it work. thought I could kill the bug with this. Maybe not.
Remember this. Every day is a good day to die
Roll the
for
road.
democracy.
It seems, it feels. Oh, he knows me. Look at him. He recognized who I am. Look how excited he was. He turned around and he said hi to me. I definitely fucked up my I definitely fucked up my graphic settings for sure.
Mag's empty.
It probably does not look good. Or probably it probably is not good when like when a faraway alien looks like you going through one of those like eye tests. I like the eye doctors, you know the ones. Where are we going, Chief? Can I throw this all the way up there? Hell yeah, look how far I can throw with this fucking gear, man. Pretty good, dude. Pretty good.
Requesting sentry.
Yeah. Okay.
Deploying sentry.
Thank you, Dark Stormy Moon, for contributing to the Hot Tub Stream 4 streaming live challenge. So what you can expect is me in a hot tub, along with a series of accoutrements that may or may not make the hot tub experience more hot tubby than you could possibly imagine. As the name implies, we've gone through 3 of these things. People do be pogging out of their gourd whenever they come around. Do I grab this machine gun? I guess. Is he waiting for me? What's he doing? I have permanently altered my viewscape, dude. I know that it's tough to apply graphic changes in real time, but it does look like I applied like a cell shade filter onto everything, and I don't think it's necessarily gonna look any different to you guys for sure. Oh, we're already extracting?
Requesting orbital.
How far can I throw? Very fucking far, apparently. Dude, I love this armor. It doesn't seem like it should matter all that much. Wow, look at that, dude. Wee. That's hot. That's fucking hot, man. It's fucking sexy. Woo. Ara. I hope that you're having a good night, Dark. And that you want for nothing, or almost nothing. Always happy to see you.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
At least things don't seem to have double the amount of time needed. I am glad that I caught him. If I hadn't the can of doom, my friend, had I not swapped difficulties, I think that we would have been 2 passing ships in the night. I have a kernel. I have a kernel stuck in my gum, and I don't know how to get it out. Help me. Chad, I'm gonna need you to reach into my mouth. Reach into my mouth and help me. Chad, this is not a drill, please.
Objective located. Pelican 1 preparing to depart.
Where is it in my mouth?
20 seconds. Extraction complete. Pelican 1
Is it on my phone? It is. Okay, Chris is averted.
You have
There you go.
maintained our
You did
way
it.
of life.
Hunger Games. Woo! I barely did anything. Except run around and blow shit up. But even surviving is just a victory. It certainly can be. 4 stars isn't bad. Oh, man. I don't know how y'all feel about Rockstar. But even though I've tried many alternatives, I keep swinging back to Rockstar. The original is my favorite. I don't know why, but it kind of like reminds me of Pineapple. But I have been into the Rockstar Boom variants, which just go down smooth. The issue with it going down smooth, though, is that I'm not... I stopped being aware. I stopped being aware that it's an energy drink, and I just basically, like, mainline it into my system. Which is not good for me. But so is a lot of shit. So is a lot of shit, for sure. Emoting. Look how cool we look. Look at how cool we look, dude. I do look pretty rad. I still don't know how I feel about the marksman's thing. I mean, it's cute.
You truly are one of Liberty's greatest.
It's a cute weapon. I should rotate it out for something else, though. That's for sure. I should. But what?
I can't believe I'm here for the first real Helldiver activation in 100 years.
Yeah, I've heard you say that before.
Of course, there were the patriotism parades and anti-dissidence operations, but this is the real thing.
This is a real thing, isn't it?
I heard that some dissidents wanted us to select our own candidates instead of using the algorithm. Great idea. Everyone will just become
looking at the requisition store, I imagine.
Treasonous morons.
What time is it? 10:43. We've been playing this for we've been playing this for an hour and a half. There's no way. Ain't no way that that's the case. Really? Enter any stratagem input to start. My streamer is broken. Fuck this game. This game is broken. It's stupid, dude. That is so cool. You can see what they're picking in real time. That's a nice touch. Nespa, you're an extremely high quality of individual. Do you agree that that's like a nice touch? You don't have to actually acknowledge that statement. But also, thank you for donating. So you can see me have my big old jumblies out in real time in a hot tub. And it's gonna be so streamy. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. It's gonna be so streamy, you know? I'm totally not ripping off your tall candy to me right now. I don't know. Have you nailed down what kind of laugh you want? You want to put out into the universe for that? I think that's what you pinned down at some point. What's the nice touch? When they're browsing missions and stuff, and like the globe is like spinning around and.
FTL jump successful.
Now we're going for.
Hell pods primed.
Now we get into the
Coordinates
pods.
locked.
It is cute. It's a nice touch. They didn't have to do that. Oh fuck, we're doing automatons? I've never done this before. Really? Are we just defending? What are we doing? I go where God wants to go. HE barrage, precision strike, I don't really need the machine gun. Cause I got 2 guns right here. You can't really see it, but I'm lifting my arms up right now. Bam, bam. So I think we settled on a closed mouth giggle, but it is really hard to keep character. I mean, you do a marvelous job considering some of the particular needs that some of the voices have. You're also going a mile a minute, which even though you're the one that's making the noise, you're still reacting to the crazy shit that comes out of your own mouth. I experience that a lot. Where you get hit with the self-awareness of, did I really just say that? Did I really just do that? What's wrong with me? Do I keep going or do I stop? Do I try to transition away or do I try to double down on the bit? There's no right answer.
Go now and shoot you fall. Remember this.
Automatons are real spicy.
To die for democracy.
Requesting tech pack.
Because unlike the bugs, they're almost exclusively ranged characters. And this is technically my first time fighting them. You tell me what you want to do. I am a missile, a point, and fire me where you want.
Engaging. I'll take it.
They're basically like automatons are basically like the drone wars, or like the drone faction, or the machine fact. What are they called? The machine guys. You guys know. You guys are familiar. Are we going where we should be going? It just wants us to destroy outposts, I'm assuming. I'm stealthing because they're stealthing. I don't know if it's actually helping us. Woo! Wow, they have weapons? I'm not used to an enemy that can shoot me back, dude. Oh my god. This is scary, dude.
Mission at 10 minutes remaining. Request approved. Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery.
What do you do against an enemy that can shoot back?
Ready to liberate.
You shoot them, I guess. Oh my god, get me out.
Mag's empty.
Is this what fighting me feels like? Chad, is this what you experience when I boot up the stream? Is just me running at you? Like full tilt, firing lasers and shit? This is horrifying. What the shit is this?
Orbital inbound.
I'm scared. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty because I've been eating popcorn.
Calling down supplies.
Enemy tactical asset within threat.
It doesn't help that there's Vaseline smeared on my screen, and any attempt that I make to fix it is just gonna make it worse. What is this about? You go full speed always, so redeem on my stream where I talk like Candy Kong. Listen to the insane voices in your head. I tend to lean in most times. Surprisingly, considering the Candy Redeem, I really venture to not sexualize myself on stream. If it means anything at all, I recognize that, and I respect you highly for it. I respect you highly for lots of reasons, but that most of all, because it is so easy to tap into the caveman lizard brain element. And what is a predominantly male platform, so it makes it all the more noticeable and makes me want to support you even harder. The salty thirst hits hard, not the soft focus action. I am stuck on Briars, and this fucking sucks for me. Don't leave me behind. I'm scared. I'm used to the snow. I'm used to the snow and being able to kill things before they reach me.
Calling in orbital strike. Mag's empty.
These things are so fucking horrifying. It is scary, dude. Who knew that robots were so scary? You're so scary. Oh my god. Rest in peace, that guy. Fucking know what he did, but F's in chat. Some good BGM back here. I agree. Let's go northeast. That seems good to me. Okay, so we do just have to kill these things, but we're on a relatively short timer to do so. Why did... How did he die?
Calling down a sentry. Requesting sentry.
I probably should remember that I have an extremely long arm because I'm throwing things almost twice as far as I'm actually meaning to because I have not compensated yet. Or maybe I'm overcompensating. That was just fucking hot. What just happened just then? No.
Mag's empty.
No. No.
Requesting orbital strike.
Okay, fire.
Orbital strike.
Okay, never mind. We're all good. 4 out of 6. Is there any bits and bobs that I can grab from in here? They do in fact drop samples, which is great. I love that for us.
Throwing supply beacon.
Deploying equipment package.
You're so kind to me. So I do say a lot of kind words. I'm just thinking out loud in order to take my mind off of the fact that they're walking red-eyed horrors like in every direction, like over there. I do say lots of kind words on here, if only because I think it. I am in a constant state of thinking out loud. One, because that's what streaming is, right? But for two, I find real people, real nice people, so valuable in this life that I feel like I'm doing a disservice if I don't bring attention to it. If I don't say out loud in front of however many people are here, whether there's 1 or 1,000, you know, when I hit the big time, right? That this person is unique. They should be recognized. They deserve to be recognized. F. They should be recognized. This is how you can recognize them. Because I don't really have that many opportunities, IRL, LOL, outside of, I guess, like a work setting.
Point me to the enemy.
Helldiver, you are moving outside the mission area.
Twitch offers a unique opportunity to bring people that are like-minded together in a way that is not easy to accomplish, that is not easy to find.
Requesting orbital.
I need to leave. I need to not be here. I need to not be by this guy. There it is. Let's get away from the explosions, huh? Okay, never mind. Explosion found us. So there is some tactical functionality to games. It seems it. At first, I thought this was a superhero game because everything is prefaced by super in front of it. But it's just part of the universe. There's no superheroes from what I can tell.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Did I accidentally kill my guy?
Joining the fray.
I landed on him, dude. Oh, F.
Requesting orbital.
Calling down a sentry.
This is fucking scary. Thematic as hell, though.
Requesting sentry. Sending in an eagle. Get some! Get some!
This is oppressive as shit, though. This is so scary, dude. It's so hard. Look at all the motherfuckers that are pouring out. Over here, get away from me. Get away from me. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Stop running at me so weirdly. This is some animatrix shit for sure. If you've never seen the collection of like animated videos called Animatrix, do yourself a favor. Hey, go look it up while I get systematically torn apart. Superlative. Yes.
Ready to liberate.
Oh my fucking god.
Calling in a sentry. Calling in extraction.
I'm the best grenadier there ever was.
1 minute remains.
That was fucking hot. What I just did. It was fucking hot. I know my guy is like literally screaming like, help me, I have a family, whatever.
Requesting orbital strike.
I should be able to hit him. Okay, didn't matter. Let's get away. I have to hope that my team is doing okay. Because I don't want any part of what's coming at me right now. Truly horrifying. Please. I know they have Stormtrooper aim, but it almost doesn't matter when there's this many bullets. Fuck off. Fuck all the way off, dude. What is this? I have to get to my friends. I have to get my friends. I have to get to my friends. Get me out. Get me out. Get me the fuck out. What is that? Get me out. Get me out. Get me out. Where's my Uber? Get me out. Out. I want out. I want out. I don't want to be a super citizen anymore. If this what it means to be patriotic, fucking put me back in the box. Get me out. Get me out of here. Guys, I pulled the whole fucking robot army in with me. Okay, so what has happened now is that our personal carrier that deployed us here is gone. They say we took too long. Anti-aircraft guns are basically honing in on our position. We have to leave. What that means for us is that we lose access to all of our special abilities. We lose the ability to reinforce, so we can't call each other in anymore if we die. Like this is it. We have to survive, and we only have to survive 2 more seconds. So how exciting is that? Game's visual design is really nice. It is. Everything's like come together. It would look even better if I didn't toggle graphics options on or off so many times that the game no longer knows what I want from it, and it's just choosing arbitrary things to turn on and off in the background, and is applying this like unintended cell shade effect that you would find in like Photoshop. Get in the van. Get in the van. We're going home. Get in the van now. Bezos making sure you work the line with only 2 30-second breaks now for running away. I should not have survived literally at all. I really should not have. It should not have been the case that I did not die there. Good that we didn't, because we get bonuses for that happening. Or me surviving. Multiple people surviving. So we did fine. I'm a little later on than I care to admit, saying this out loud. We're simulcasting to YouTube and Twitch. If you enjoy this a little bit, Twitch people, consider subscribing on YouTube. YouTube people on Twitch. I need to hit 500 subscribers on YouTube in order to allow people to support me monetarily if they choose to do so with their credit card information or otherwise. Cashier's checks, traveler's checks, whatever the hell those are. Funny dances. I take those too. You know, when you put on the hat and you do the dance that I like. You've almost hit 100 subscribers, which is great and very difficult to accomplish, so I'm enormously thankful for that. Because when you're starting from the ground up on any kind of social platform whatsoever, it is pulling teeth, and it's pulling teeth to try to get any kind of presence away from people that are already established, which is understandable to me. Just like Twitch, just like YouTube, just like fucking Blue Sky, whatever the social platform is. People are instinctively aware that they only have one life, right? I'm gonna wax philosophical on you for a moment. They're aware that they only have one life, that they only have so many hours in the day. So it is in some way safer for them to invest their time in people that they feel are proven entities. Like your Northern Lions or your, I guess, XQC or whomever, dude. Even if there are creators that are appearing all the time that have content that could arguably be more in line or more thoroughly in line with where their actual interests are, or expose them to interests that they didn't even know that they had, or the way that they had it. It is safer to go with people that have the big number.
So they can keep the killing going all day long.
And that's also something to keep in mind, because that stops you from going insane. There's been lots of Twitch streamers, there's been lots of YouTube people that I've noticed, because they have said out loudly on various social media platforms, that they feel as though they've stopped growing, that they've plateaued. That in some cases that they feel like their growth is reversing. And it's doubly so worse for them. Worse feeling for them when they get some kind of explosive growth. Because then they allow themselves to coast that new high, and there's the danger inherent to them believing that that is the new plateau, that is the new baseline, when it could be luck of the draw. It could be a combination of luck of the draw, some influence on their part, and various other variables that they cannot possibly account for fully, leading them to experience that explosive growth. I've seen at least 2 or 3 people that I pay attention to a lot experience something along those lines, where they get a massive injection of like subscriptions, or they get lots of subscriptions, or they get like a burst of follows, or they get like rated by somebody that's 5, 6, 7, 10 times bigger than them, and then they recoil ultra hard when they're like, okay, well, I don't understand, like I hit this number, it should just be this number, right? Like this should be the new baseline. You have to head that shit off in the pass emotionally. You have to attack it aggressively in yourself, because it will consume you completely if you allow it to. Smart AI streamer toggle settings on and off. We learned we toggle settings on and off for him. You know what I find? If I really pay attention, I can notice the moment I stop enjoying my favorite YouTube creators as much that I know it's time to move on. I say that to support the theory of try somebody new. Follow Pro Stoic. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. I spend a not small amount of my time trying to think about why I feel the way that I do about the things that I do, about the people that I do. And the reason I do that is because I don't want to ever be in a position, if I hit a point sooner or later where somebody could look at me and be like, oh, well, he's made it. Like he made a break. Like he's growing consistently, exponentially, whatever. I never want to be in that position and think to myself, that I've lost track
Calling down a support weapon.
of what it was like to be small, of what it was like to be just starting out. Recently, there was somebody that I've been speaking a lot to that just hit affiliate, and they're super excited, and they should be. That's a big deal. When there is a veritable avalanche of streamers that are coming online literally every second as we speak, probably thousands of accounts and thousands of streams are being started right from the onset. Just being able to get 3 people to pay attention to you specifically is like a monumental task. Where are we going, guys? Where are we going? East? All right, we picked a direction. If I ever hit a point, like where like Pokimane was like, what are you, some kind of broke boy? Like, just buy my $30 bag of cookies? What do you mean you can't afford it? At that point, just fucking put me down. Just put me in the ground. Remind me of this conversation. And then end it. At that point, I'm basically like Jack Black in Tropic Thunder, where he's like, I'm going through withdrawals right now. I'm going to say and do literally everything to be untied. Do not fucking listen to me. Do not fucking listen to me. Just put me down.
Bag's empty.
It is a really nice change of pace to need to take cover. Okay. Understood. What is happening? What is happening? Affiliate is huge. It is. Ads are starting in 1 minute 15 seconds. You can avoid them in their entirety by subscribing, which is free with Amazon Prime. Ultimately, I'm just happy that you're here. If I can improve your quality of life in any way, however small, that's ultimately what I'm looking to get out of this thing. That's why I'm doing this. But I just wanted to give you a heads up so that you can know to pay attention to literally anything else until they're over. Okay, northwest.
Bag's empty.
Maybe I should get my machine gun back. Having some sort of like long-term support weapon seems like it would be best. What are we doing? North? I will just go then. I will go. I think they're talking in VC, and that's what's happening. Or maybe not. I no longer know.
Calling in an orbital strike. Orbital strike incoming. New man.
Just the glowing red eyes, like it's so thematic.
Bag's empty.
Okay. I'll be here for the NASCAR logos everywhere on screen, shilling gamer juice. I think it would be cute to do like one of my theme stream specials where I have like sponsored by, like a sponsored by stream, and they just have fucking logos plastered everywhere. Like 95% of screen space annihilated. Which I could still do. I would just need to do it as like a bunch of rip-off adverts, like Pepsi and Downton Moo and shit like that. I could get away with not being sued. I'm sure. If I go that route. Are you still with me? I'm by myself. I don't know what these guys are doing. I don't know if they're just like soaking in the environment. What are you doing? Enjoying the atmosphere, dude? What is this? What are you doing? I know we have 34 minutes, but come on.
Requesting supply. Calling down a sentry.
I'm just gonna throw these random fucking... I'm littering right now. Just gonna throw these in random fucking places. It seems good to me. Oh, look at it, dude. It's so hot. It's so hot right now.
Found something!
Arc thrower. Okay. It is a support weapon. I don't know if it's necessarily good, but it is one. For sure. Where you just started putting in ads like Wayne World during the stream. Yeah, I would like that. That's a good idea. I have like the same brain. This seems bad. Maybe I'm just not using it correctly. Maybe I'm the one that's bad. Maybe it's because I rushed into a situation with 800,000 robots thinking that I was actually going to be okay, when that is definitely not the case.
Joining the fray.
Okay. I've made mistakes. I've made mistakes. I understand. I understand. I respect your authority. I'm sorry. I have transgressed. Get me out. I no longer wish to participate in this excursion of yours. I have enjoyed this part of the cruise. However, I shan't be participating any longer. Okay, we're good. All we need to do is give a little bit of a pep talk.
Mag's empty!
I withdraw consent. I no longer wish to participate in the circumstances in which I find myself.
Mag's empty!
Okay. Are these... Jesus Christ. Looks like these robots are having a case of the Mondays, isn't that right? Oh, fuck, there's so many.
One step closer to mission completion.
Like, just stop. Just relax. He says bye, Felicia. So true. Alright, we're next. I agree, let's just complete the objectives. We do get substantially more experience and super credits or whatever the fuck. No, not super credits. That's actually like an in-game thing. Space dollars. What are you doing? Where are we going? Why are we suiting up? You guys just hanging out? You guys just talking it over? Okay, everyone's reloading. Everyone feels good. Everyone looks good. Everyone's getting their nails done. Their hair did. It's Saturday night and it won't be long. I don't know the rest of the song. Something, 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 something. You got all I need. Think of flash, you got me, baby. I'm tonight. Don't find out head alone tonight. I don't need nobody. Something, something, feel the beat.
Found something!
It's kind of hot. It is a support weapon, dude. I guess that's why they have them out and about. I may have missed the story. Your present avatar, care to share? So this was originally a gimmick where I did a alternate reality stream, like one of my theme streams that we've been doing since basically like the inception of the channel. And the alternate reality stream was, what if my model was different and I was like a typical quotation figure marks e-girl. And I took a free-range avatar on the internet, recolored it to be in line with my normal, like, apparently I was going to say street colors, which means something a little bit different, but let's just roll with it. You know, my visual colors of my main model, i.e. white, gray, orange, like the smallest possible amount of orange.
Empty.
And this is what came out of it. The character's name is Sussy.
Orbital inbound.
Wow, he really shot that down, huh? I didn't have to do anything. It's already dead. Very good. Wow, dude.
Found something. Supplies.
Give it to me. Everything. The model's name, the character's name is Sussy, and that used to stand for something. And I don't remember what it was, and it took me a long time to figure it out. It's something like Tsundere unit with like a, you know, an open parentheses, close parentheses around the S of Tsundere. Tsundere unit simulating sentience yandere. Or yanderele.
Calling in orbital strike. Calling down a sentry. Requesting sentry.
And so sometimes I just kind of like break her out. Mostly as like a social experiment to see if it actually adversely or positively seems to increase or correlate with a higher average concurrent viewer count.
Excuse me, bitch.
So for science, basically, sometimes I will just replace the model for science, like every 5 streams or so, and then we just RP it. We just LARP that the reason is that she escapes containment, that she's like an SCP. What are we doing? What's happening? All of my shit is...
Calling down a sentry.
Sending down sentry.
All my shit is on cooldown. Everything that I could use in order to help.
Requesting orbital. Reloading.
God bless. Now, I wonder if that's actually... This is kind of epic. I have no choice but to watch. Like, I don't know if this is helping. Like, is this...
Fire in the hole.
There it is. We did it, dude. We did it. Now we just have to go
Dropping a pin. East.
across the entire jungle to go.
Marking locations. East. Never mind. Enemy patrol. East.
How about a nice cup of liver tea?
Sentry.
Mag's empty. New
No?
mag.
Okay. Woo! What was that?
Reinforcing.
I love that for me. What's sussy about her? It's just... Honestly, that part of it is just me trying to make a name up. Try to make a name up in an acronym.
Point me to the enemy.
Maybe like suspicious, like why does he have a different model? But that's about as advanced as a thought process ever got, to be honest with you. There's my shit. Okay, not gonna get in front of you. That would be foolish. Oh my god, I just realized what song you're singing. Yeah, me too. And I was the one singing it. Baby, don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. What's sussy about her? Beg your pardon. Yeah, but I like you. so you could put any avatar up, and if I could be here, I will, because you are delightful. Put any avatar up. I got you. I was picking up what you were putting down. Look at these grenade throws, dude. It is so scary. It is so scary to be here in this.
Requesting orbital.
That should reach that, right? Maybe. Might throw it really high. Okay, that is on it. All right, that's a little bit of excessive ordnance coming in. For sure. Probably didn't have to put so much sauce on it, but you know. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do for the aesthetics, for the pageantry. Sometimes you gotta put a little extra sauce on it. Not because you need to. But it's because it's what the moment-to-moment situation requires. You know, you don't need an excuse to get done up a little bit, as they say. Everybody says that. The way that they fall over. The way that they take damage
Fire in the hole.
is so good. We're still going the same direction? Holy shit. I don't have any way of dealing with this.
New mag.
So I'm just gonna trust you. Just gonna trust you to do the thing, dude, because I don't have the means. Maybe these. Maybe these. Stop. Stop hurting my buddy. Like they take what seems to be real impact damage from bullets. They react to where you hit them in a way that seems, excuse me. Holy shit. In a way that seems reasonable. That's kind of cool, dude, the fact that you can do that. It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. It's kind of kawaii. I'm sure you know this, but since we were talking about average concurrent viewers, I read in a few places that you can expect about 1% of your followers to add to your average viewer count. This is to say you are killing it. Keep doing your thing. That genuinely does make me feel good, and I appreciate you saying that. So much of my mental uptime is devoted to making sure that I'm doing things for the quote-unquote right reasons that I sometimes lose sight, even if it's just for a moment, of what my primary objective is with this channel and all streaming projects related to it, or projects in general.
Calling down a sentry.
When I start thinking about things in terms of numbers, like just numbers, not the impact that I'm having, then I feel actively worse. When I am focused on just having meaningful interactions with chat, of accidentally or intentionally saying something that could have a meaningful impact on someone's day-to-day life, or something unseen that they're dealing with that I would have no way of knowing, that is the real shit to me.
Calling in orbital strike.
And I was aware of that statistic, but I try not to dig too far in the science behind it, because then I get kind of like lost in the sauce. Because it can get easy too. That said, this is spicy, dude. This is spicy. Just get me out. I do pay attention to the statistics. I do pay attention to mechanically what ways I can improve the stream, either aesthetically, procedurally, mechanically, what have you. I do take notice of general up and down trends. I do look at places like a good resource. I don't know if it's an effective resource, but what seems to be a good resource that's trusted is a site called Sully Gnome, and there is a kind of hidden. It's kind of hidden. I don't know how you normally access it, but let me bring it up. Sully Gnome game picker. Sully Gnome game picker channel. Okay. So I'm gonna put a site in chat right now. In real time. I accidentally booted up my extremely legal Nintendo emulator. Here we are. If you put after that equal sign the name of your channel, it will parse what your average convert. Let's try that again. It will take what it has seen is your last average concurrent viewer count over the last month and give you a series of recommendations of games that it thinks you will be able to grow on based off of how many people are watching channels that are smaller than yours versus like the giga streamers, like the mega streamers, the streamers that have like whole towns and cities worth of populations watching them at any given time. And you can sort it in about 100 different ways. Unfortunately, there's no way that you could be like, can you just show me like RPG games or just show me adventure games? There's no way to get it to do that. So it'll just output games that are relatively popular, that have a certain amount of people watching that specific category, and then just give you the general tools to maybe, if you're really stuck and you're not sure what you want to stream next, it just gives you some ideas, some ballpark stuff.
Welcome aboard, Helldiver.
It will never ultimately determine what I do, but it does give me a more accurate statistics-based reason to stay away from certain video games. Gotta go, fams. Thanks so much for the games. Looking forward to more. Really like this game. Alright, then I'm going to return to my own ship. Episode agree. I will always agree with you, even if I don't. Yeah, my dog is getting pissed at me because I'm not opening the back door for her so she can go out and pee. Yeah, I try not to think about too much either. As long as my streams are always fulfilling for me and my community, I'm happy. And yes, I'm always refining as well. Thank you for this. Did you also know that the number of graphics artists that message you means you're also growing? So please, graphic artists, keep messaging him. Hello, it's me. Would you like to see my portfolio? Please accept my friend requests on Discord. Did you know that I am artist and you are a streamer, and I can create art for your stream because I am an artist and you are a streamer? They've gotten more sophisticated, and by more sophisticated, I mean that they have learned to, either the bots have learned or the people have learned. One is worse than the other, not by much. Really, it kind of goes up and down on a day-to-day basis, but it is a thing where they'll ask you like, hey, what are you doing today? How are you doing? How is your favorite, like, what is your favorite activity, or what kind of games you're into, or what do you like to stream? Like, they'll try to get you invested in the conversation, and then they will solicit you, and like clockwork. So in recent times, when they try to broach the subject with me, I've learned to sense when they're gonna try to sell me something. One, because I worked at fucking GameStop, so I know when somebody is trying to sell stuff to me, because it was my job to try to convince you at all costs that you might not think that you want to buy something, but you actually do. And this is a categoric series of reasons why. And so I've started responding. They'll be like, oh, hey, how you doing? And then I'll say, I'll check first their profile, and I'll see if we have a mutual server. Typically, it's just going to be one. And they're not going to be friends with anyone that I know. And if I go a step further and I search in that server, they will not have had any conversations with anyone, period. So then I hit them with, after they ask me how I'm doing, I'll be like, I'm doing great. Right now I'm consuming the flesh of the living. I will not be sated until my bloodlust is Hail Cthulhu or something like that. And then they'll respond typically with, haha, that's nice, or I agree. And then you gotta shut them down, and then you just block them. Just looking for high quality design at a cheap price. This has been Helldivers 2. It's been good. I've enjoyed it. It has erased the last 2 to 2.5 hours. I cannot guarantee how long I'll be messing with it. Tomorrow's agenda is going to be Resident Evil 4 Remake. Wow, that kind of came close, didn't it? We're also probably going to chase it with a little bit of Helldivers 2, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. And we're going to be starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you enjoyed this even a little bit, consider following me. It helps me out a ton in more ways than you might expect. If you really enjoyed this, consider subscribing. Every single penny feeds directly back into making the streams bigger and better, so that we can continue to impact more people, because that's what this is all about, is being a positive influence. In lieu of that, let's find somebody to raid you guys out to. Oh, I don't know. There's lots of options, which it is a Friday, so that makes sense. Lots of options. Let me send you over to Felicity, because I think I sent people over to Spiny Shell recently, and it's been a while since I've had an opportunity to support Felicity, and she's a lovely person. Spend 10 seconds with her, and you will figure out why I value her so highly. Raid Felicity. Ryan, thank you everyone for being here. Your support is greatly and constantly appreciated. Goodbye, Ness. Goodbye, NoFlow. Goodbye, Jimothy. I know you can hear me. I had a friend buy an overlay element from an artist. When she approached the artist to customize something like what she had purchased, they told her, sorry, I can't, and made... Ew! I made that with a... Whoa, what the fuck? I mean, at least they were honest, but Jesus. Alright. See you tomorrow.